Hey guys, welcome back to my newest video. Sorry I haven't been making any videos because I was like very busy with my secondary school work. Yeah, so I'll make my first video now. So not first video on Buddy Fight. Yeah, I also play it. I also play the game. So yeah, because I upgraded this deck, so you don't get to see the troll deck anymore. So sorry. Oops. If you know Cup Protagonist, right? He made a video that the day before yesterday, which was a Saturday, he'll be at Hougang TTZ. Basically, I live at Woodlands, so I die must go see him. So I from Woodlands come to Hougang lah. So I met him, I challenged him. So yeah, I didn't get him anything to sign. So there was a lot of people, and fortunately I didn't get the prize from him. So yeah. So basically I'll go through the deck for now, and also how to play. So basically your flag would be placed here. I'll tell you about the item later. Basically your flag is like important thing, like your clan, like that. Yeah, then you have your buddy here. So I'll tell you more about buddies later. So yeah, basically I'm playing Dragon World. Okay. So yeah, and also the playmat is really funny. The deck you place it here, the drop zone you place it here. So there's a lot of big difference, I guess. So yeah, for size 3 monsters, you basically will run to. The game is that you can only call monsters up to a total size of 3. So if you have a size 3 already, you can't call any more monsters unless you have a size 0, which basically the Danger World deck has. Yeah. Okay, so basically I'll go through this size 3 monster here. Basically, his call cost pays 3 gauge. Put a card from your hand into this card soul. And this unit is a counter card at Aura Boost. So you may pay 1 life, and it gains 3000 power. And it also penetrates and has a soul guard. So basically it's like this. For example, I call it to the center. It has a card in the soul now. So basically when it were to leave the field, you discard this soul from there. You defended the attack, like you perfect guard the attack lah, but only once. So penetrate ability is like you have a monster here, then you attack, right? The rule says, right? The rule basically says you can hit the opponent, which is the flag here, unless you have this, unless he has a monster to protect him. So basically penetrate ability does it is, since he has a 7000, right? 7000 shield while he has a 6000 attack, but he can use his skill to pay 1 life, and he gains 3000 attack, making him a 9000. So this unit gets destroyed, and your opponent takes a damage of 3. Can you see the critical here? Yeah, 3. So basically that's how you play the game, but that's not all. Next size 3 monster, I have Inferno Armor Dragon. Basically you pay 2 gauge and put the top 2 cards from your deck into this card soul. Anger Inferno. When this card enters the field, if there is an Armor Dragon in this card soul, destroy a monster on your opponent's field. So basically Armor Dragons, you will be like seeing this part here, Gold Dragon, Armor Dragon, blah blah blah. So if like this unit is in his soul, you get to destroy one of your opponent's monsters. Second effect is Inferno Shoot. You may discard 2 cards from your soul and destroy another unit in the opponent's field. So basically this deck is like Kagero lah, burning units. Yeah, Kagero. Sorry. Yeah, it's like Kagero, burning opponent's units. So yeah, that's it. Now size 2. Basically this for Buddy Fight, right, you have 52 cards in decks. So yeah. Next I run Thunder Knight's Hellberg Dragon. Okay, yesterday I went to the TTZ card shop and bought a box of the character pack. I pull out a Hellberg Dragon, an SP Jackknife Aggressor, a Triple R Aggressor, and a Jackknife Thunderstorm Double R. But suddenly they got stolen, so I don't know who stole it. So yeah, now I'm very sad. Yeah. Anyways, Halberd Dragon. Basically, the protagonist's new card, you can call it. His call cost has to pay a gauge, and this ability called move. So it's like this. Before your opponent's attack, right, you can move him to the center area. Only those units with the move ability can. So yeah. Then after that, I run Tasuku Ryuenji's buddy, Jackknife Dragon. Yeah, basically Jackknife, you have to pay 1 gauge, and then you pay 2 gauge, search your deck for any Jackknife put on top of him. So because Jackknife has Aggressor and Thunderstorm already, Jackknife has the ability to pay 2 gauge, search your deck for Aggressor or Thunderstorm to place on top of him, which makes him become a cross-ride unit. So called cross-ride. They just say evolve lah. After that, I run 3 Drum Bunker Dragon. Basically the protagonist's buddy. Yeah. So your buddy, right, you can choose anything. Your buddy can place here because it's your buddy. So for example, right, you draw and you saw him, right, you may buddy call. Once you buddy call, you must put this as rest position, so that means you did it already and you cannot do it again. And then you gain 1 life point. I'll tell you about the life points later. So basically his effect is pay 1 gauge and put a top card of the deck into your soul. So it also has a soul guard ability. So the ruling says here, if this card would leave the field, you may discard 1 of your soul to prevent it. So you nullify the attack lah. So yeah, there's 2 buddies in here, Jackknife Dragon and Drum Bunker. Then after that, I play 4 Dustmakers Armor Dragon. Basically, he's just a good unit for me in this deck. He has a 6000 attack and a 6000 shield. It's a very offensive and defensive card. So yeah, helps you to pressure your opponent to link attack. There's such thing as a link attack, which means you combine which means you combine 2 monsters' attack power to attack your opponent's monster. Yep, that's for size 2. Now I'm moving on to size 1 monsters. I run Death Rattle Dragon. 4 of them. 4 Bladewing Dragon. 4 Double Sword Dragon. And 3 Cat's Belger Dragon. Whatever it is. Basically, when you call him, you may pay 2 gauge. So he has an offensive and defensive lah, 5000 each. So very good. But very gauge heavy lah, heavy gauge. Like you call it heavy counterblast in Vanguard. Yeah, this is heavy gauge deck. And Double Sword Dragon just for his attack power, but his defense is very low. And it's 1 crit. Okay, so I run Bladewing Dragon 4 of them because this unit also has a move ability. And also it costs you 2 crits. So it's very good though. And of course, this unit here, it boosts you a lot. It says, right, all of your other Armor Dragon monsters get power 1000 and the defense 1000. So the red stands for power and this one stands for defense. So you want to run 4 because it boosts your Armor Dragons with a power and defense of 1000. So if I sample, right, where is it? I have him now. I call it to the center, then I call this also, which makes him a defense of 7000 and 7000 attack. So yeah, helps you a lot in this deck lah. But very heavy gauge use from my spell cards. So yeah, that's for size 1. Now I'm going to spell cards. Basically, spell cards can help you also. Okay, so now I run 3 Green Dragon Shield, 2 Dragon Crush, 3 Dragonic Formation, 4 Blue Dragon Knights, something Song of Soul, 2 Astral Force, and 2 Dragonic Grimoire. Yep, the spell has a lot for you. So yeah, I'll go through Dragonic Grimoire first. Basically, his effect is if your life is at 5 or less, discard all your hand and you draw 3. So usually you'll be like draw 1 card, and then you drew him. You may cast him unless you have 5 or less life, which means until 1 lah. Then you discard him, you can draw 3. So this card helps you a lot, but I run 2 only because this deck is heavy gauge. Now, this card is Astral Force. Basically, it's like from the trial deck, the Draco Energy thing, but this unit has to pay 3 gauge. Okay. Basically, the cast cost is pay 3 gauge. Choose an armor dragon in battle, and for this battle, give it a 10,000 defense and 10,000 power. And counter attack. That means right, when you send this out, you can burn one of your opponent's monster. But if your opponent has another Astral Force as well, you can send it out, but have to pay 3 gauge to activate this ability. So it's one of my monster gets burned. So yeah. Next we have the set cards. Basically not included in the trial deck. Set card remains on the field like this. Set card. Then go over here. Yeah, basically he helps you out. Set card cast cost, when you cast him, you have to pay 1 gauge. And then all of your armor dragon on the field gets 2,000. So my deck really boosts armor dragon's power and defense. So yeah, basically for him, right, I can grab this dude. Grab this dude in the middle, then set this unit here, set card, and then he gains 8,000 attack. But wait, I still have him, so I call it to the right area. And with this, he has 8,000 attack power and 1,000 defense power. Is it? Yep. That's all it does. Okay, now I messed up. Give me a second. So yeah, this is what a set card does. Now, for Dragonic Formation, the ability that can move for you, you can cast this spell only if you're being attacked. So like for example, I put it at the right area, but because I'm being attacked, I have this card here. I cast it, I can move it to the center area to protect me. So yeah, that's what it means for Dragonic Formation. I'll tell you about how is all this used. And Dragon Crush, right, it says right, pay 2 gauge, destroy an item or spell on the field. So for the spell cards, right, on the field would be your set cards over here, unless it's a set card, and you can pay 2 gauge to destroy the set field. So yeah lah, that's how it's used. Then Green Dragon Shield, our perfect guard. Yeah, basically if you don't have any monster in the center area, you may cast him and you gain 1 life. So yeah, not just that, that's not the end of the deck. You also get some item stuffs. Item for Draco Braves. Basically, item is like you image, right? You equip this weapon and you fight along with your monster. So you equip, right? As you see, there's a flag or item, right? Usually your flag will be here, so you equip it like this. So if you don't want to get attacked, right, you can call a monster in the center, but your item cannot attack. An item can only be used if you got no monster in the center, and it deals 3 criticals, so it's not bad though. But this is also equip cost. You have to discard a card from your hand and pay 1 gauge. So yeah. Now, the trial deck gives you 3 impact cards. Gargantua Punisher. you pay 4 gauge. You may only cast this card if your opponent has 4 or less life points. So basically it's like your final turn card lah. So like and you must not have a monster. I think like it's either you don't have you or your opponent in the center area for the monster. You have no monster in the center area for you and your opponent. You only can cast this impact card.